Welcome to the Brothers Weekly Wrap. This week we come to you after the round 2 match on the weekend against Tully Tigers at our own ground at Stan Williams Park. The day kicked off with a little bit of fun. Tully don't have a C grade side, so we were able to have an intra-club game with our C grade boys, just so that they can maintain a little bit of match fitness. We had a 9-a-side game refereed by Club President Bob Mully. And from the amount of laughter and giggling coming from on the field, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that the boys enjoyed themselves. It was a pretty entertaining game with some free-flowing footy. Big hits weren't so much the order of the day, but some open spaces and some nice footwork from a couple of players certainly were. I thought young Scotty McIntyre really showed some excellent perseverance a number of times to chase down players that many people would have given up hope on. So that's the sort of attitude that you want within your club, and if we can try and instill that throughout everyone in the club, we're going to be in a good way. Reserve grade again, got a tick in the win column with a pretty big win over Tully. So that's 2 wins now for the reserve grade side over some fairly strong opposition. Teams that traditionally put out strong reserve grade sides. So as a club, it's very pleasing to see that our lower grades are performing really well, and it reinforces the belief that what we're doing throughout the pre-season in training as an entire club for so long is having some benefits. There's a few standouts for the reserve grade. I thought Satric scoring a double was fantastic. And there's a number of guys there who certainly put some pressure on for A grade selection. So it'll be interesting to see how they go in the next week or so. The A grade game, I thought it was a pretty good battle throughout especially the first half. It took 25 minutes for the first points to be posted. Unfortunately though, we bombed several tries. Nice effort by Chey Satric to cross in the corner in our first set. Was unfortunately able to have stepped into touch before we had Cairns held up and Mighty Tully one down just as he was about to cross. 5 tries in the first half certainly would have been advantageous to us heading into half time, but Tully, they certainly stuck it to us, and they're going to be a very good side for the remainder of the year. They're big and strong and fast. They've got some ability. Each and every one of them have a very good fend on them that can make it pretty hard. And so taught our guys a lot about making sure that they carry their line speed into contact. The game on the weekend also had a couple of debuts for the club. Timmy Farrow, who's a Brothers Junior, has come through with the junior grades. He made his debut on the weekend. I thought he was really strong through the middle. Timmy's always had a very good tackle technique, and he showed that again on the weekend in a couple of instances against some much bigger opposition. Unfortunately though, he got himself stuck between probably one of the biggest men in rugby league in the ground on one occasion, and he was left a little bit dazed. So we unfortunately lost him for probably about 20-25 minutes while he got his senses back, and we certainly missed him on the paddock. We had another debut for the club with Jordan Barlow. Jordan's a young lad, lives over Yarrabah, and came to us via Kangaroos last year. When he came on the field, he certainly added a little bit of zip and X factor in around the ruck. So I'll be looking forward to seeing some more of him get in amongst the tired bodies of the boys in games as the season progresses. And also debutantes on the weekend, Callan Dunbar, who's come via Toowoomba, where he played with Brothers down on top of the hill down there. Callan's got a few things that he'll work on, but he's a very strong carrier of the football and appears to be a pretty hard man to put down. So I know that we'll be looking to ensure that we've got some guys floating around him and help him to work on his offload, and it could be quite a dangerous weapon for us for the remainder of the season. So on the weekend, unfortunately Tully were able to grab the points. This wasn't helped by the fact that we lost our halfback, Chris Farrell, with a broken hand. He probably broke it about 5-6 minutes into the first half. We carried it through till half time, which was a great show of courage from the little fella. But missing his on-field direction was a pretty big blow for us, and that really told in the second half. We were able to complete a pretty good percentage in that second half, and full credit to Tully, they repelled wave after wave after wave with our attack, but I certainly think that missing Chris from our lineup took away a little bit of our potency with our attack. It was really pleasing to see a couple of the performances on the weekend. As I mentioned, it was a real arm wrestle, but I thought that young Lachlan Carey got through a mountain of work, especially watching on video the replay, just how much he got through. Lukey Badge, he got through plenty of work as well. But the standout for the day would have to have been Massey Nona. He's a big man and he takes it out of stopping. He scored a nice try, running a good line and proved a real handful all day. So he was the player of the match from our end. This week we've got Atherton, always a tough road trip to head up the hill to Atherton. It's always a fair bit cooler, and with the weather at the moment nice and wet and windy, no doubt it's going to be a pretty miserable day for some footy up there, but it'll be a good opportunity for us to get on the bus, do a little bit of bonding and put our best foot forward, come away with a win up there and get our season on track. Atherton have obviously recruited well through the off-season with a few Great Britain former test stars, and from all accounts they're very tough, very rugged, so I think the battle will be won through the middle, and if we can match their forwards, then I'm very positive that we got the potency in the back line to be able to come away with a good win.